guys, welcome back to the Sunless YouTube channel. My name is Jessica Ray, and I have been a professional spray tan artist for almost a decade now. And in those years of spray tanning, I've just learned all the tips and tricks that I want you to know to have the best fake tan possible. The best at-home self-tan routine that you could do to have the best fake tan possible in the comfort of your own home by self-tanning. So the first thing you're gonna wanna do is to pick out a self-tanner. And I've gone over this in videos before, how to pick a good self-tanner. But if you have never self-tanned before, always start with a medium self-tanner. And there is standard or an express, or sometimes they call it rapid, and that would mean you would shower 2 to 4 hours. And the standard is always an 8-hour mousse. I have the Sunless Ray mousse right here. This is the one I formulated. This is a medium self-tan, and it is a standard, so you would rinse it off in 8 hours. I always recommend this self-tanner if you are a beginner, and if you like a darker tan, you could always make your tan darker with this mousse by just adding another coat the next day. So when you're picking out a self-tanner, it is important to think about what you're gonna be doing, because you can't shower or sweat until you rinse off your fake tan. So a standard, make sure you have 8 hours. I usually just always recommend people just doing the standard, sleep in it and shower in the morning so it doesn't affect anything. But if you want a really fast tan, of course you can go with the rapid. So just think about what you're doing in that day and what you prefer. Next, you want to make sure you always have an application mitt. Do not apply self-tanner with the gloves that you see on TikTok. It's gonna leave you room for a really streaky tan, and it's not gonna be a good situation. So always use a mitt to apply self-tanner. We have one that comes with our self-tan kit. It comes with everything you need to self-tan at home, but you can always purchase these separately. They're on Amazon. They're cheap. They're $3 to $5. Just make sure you have one of these at home. And you also want to make sure you have an exfoliating mitt. Exfoliating is a huge part of self-tanning. You want to exfoliate 24 hours before your fake tan application, and you want to make sure you're using an organic, natural soap. I love Dr. Bronner's unscented body wash. I put a little bit on here and rub in circular motions in a warm shower to exfoliate 24 hours before I'm going to self-tan. And that also goes for shaving. It is best practice to shave 24 hours beforehand so your pores aren't open. The last thing you're gonna want is a lotion. I got this for Mother's Day. It's just a lotion I have around the house. But basically any lotion is going to work. You're just going to apply this on your dry areas before you self-tan. So have one of these handy, any type of lotion. And now you're gonna think about the day you want to self-tan. So say I have an event on Saturday. I'm gonna want to exfoliate, this is my exfoliating mitt, exfoliate on Thursday and shave and be all prepped. And then Friday night is when I'm gonna wanna self-tan, because I want my tan to be best on Saturday. So think about when you want your tan. If it's just like a daily routine, or sorry, a weekly routine, then I usually self-tan every Monday. If it's just like, this is just my life, this is what I do, I like to stay tan every Sunday, so I have it for the full week. So after you've picked out the day, you've exfoliated, you're going to apply the lotion to the dry areas. So the dry areas would be your elbows, your hands, always apply it to the inside of your hands, your wrists, the top of your hands, so that you don't want really tan hands. So I always like to apply lotion to my hands so they're a little bit lighter than the rest of my body, so it looks like a natural tan. You'd also want to put it on your knees. And I have super dry knees, and for some reason, even when I put lotion, the self-tanner sticks to that dry area. So a trick that I have found works is I'll put lotion all over my knees, even that dry patch, and I won't use mousse on my knees. I will just use a gradual tanner, and I noticed that is the only way it doesn't get on my knees. It is super frustrating, but I finally found the trick. So you can do that too if you have super dry knees. Just use a gradual lotion on that area and not the mousse. You'd also put this on your feet, the tops of your feet, the sides of your feet, and your ankles as well, so that it doesn't get funky in that area too. And now you're gonna get to the fun part, which is applying the mousse. So you grab the mousse, put a few pumps here. I would do 1 to 2, and you rub in circular motions all over your body. I always start with one arm, and then I make sure to do this part because this is an easy part to forget. So I always do like one full body section. So this is done, then I'll do my chest, and then I switch the hands. Did you see how I did that? I just kind of like grab it by here, and then I just switch because I don't want to touch this, because this is where the self-tan mousse is. And then I do this again, and then bring it down to my belly, and then I'll do one leg, the back of the leg, and then my butt, and then I'll do my foot, and then I'll switch over to the other side, and then I come back and do my neck. And you can use self-tan mousse on your face. What you would do is, the only trick is really just to tuck in your lips and just apply it in circular motions and avoid the lip area because you don't want brown lips. It is important to know when you are doing your hands and your feet. So don't apply the mousse just like this because it's gonna leave lines on your fingers. You wanna have your fingers spread apart and get in between each finger and right here, bring it down, and then make sure to get the wrist. So you wanna do that so there's no lines, and you would do the same thing on your foot, because if not, you can just have like lines of tanner and you want it to be all around your feet and your hands. With the Sunless Ray Self Tanner, you are gonna let this, I call it marinating, but it's developing for 8 hours. Make sure you follow the directions on the mousse that you pick out, and no sweat or water until that tan has developed. So as I was mentioning earlier, it's really important to plan it out to make sure you've bathed your kids, you've done the laundry, you've already done the dishes, or make your significant other do all of those things when you are self-tanning, because any water spots are going to mess up your tan, and same with sweat. Do not sweat with a fake tan or even cry. It will mess up your tan. And say you love to work out, just make sure you rinse off before working out so you don't have brown sweat, even if your tan has fully developed. After you have gotten past that development time, marinate time, you can rinse in warm water. Just don't use soap or lotion until the 24-hour mark. I always tell clients, if you want to on like your underarms and stuff, that's fine, just not a full body soap lather, because your tan keeps developing for 24 hours even when you rinse it off. So if you want the longest and best results possible, always make sure you wait 24 hours to apply lotion and soap all over your body. And now you can apply it once a week to maintain it. If you would just like a tan to be event-based, you can do that. It is really up to you. I personally like to self-tan every Sunday so that I have just a nice tan all week. And for example, like right now, this isn't a natural tan. I've just been out with my 3-year-old in the pool and stuff like that, and so I'll even out my tan. So like my arms are like the darkest part of my body, but my shins are super white. So I will just tan my shins and then bring it up to my leg and not tan my arms so that it matches. I do like a tan neck, so I will always like apply it to my neck and bring it down to my chest. I feel like it helps with like the double chin action, so I do like that. But yeah, as you get tanner, you can kind of work through it. In the summer, our Sunless Ray Self Tan Mousse specifically is really good at matching just like how tan you naturally would be if you were to get a tan. It's not like this crazy different color than what your skin tone would be if you got tan in the sun. So I can use this just to match other parts of my body to be one tone. But yeah, I know it could be overwhelming with self-tanning and all of the things you need to know, but I promise it can get very easy and you become a professional self-tan expert by just doing it once or twice and getting in a routine and planning it out when you want to be tan is probably the most important part, so that you know when to exfoliate, shave, what you're doing that day, if you need to use an express or a standard, things like that. But I hope you loved the self-tan routine and it helped you come up with something better for yours. And I share a new episode every Tuesday of the week. Today is Wednesday, but it was Memorial. I had my mother-in-law in town and my 3-year-old running around, so I just said I'm just doing it Wednesday. So here we are on a Wednesday, but I release a new episode every Tuesday of the week with new fake tan questions. You are welcome to ask me questions below and I will respond to them within 24 hours. And you can follow me on Instagram at JessRayBuck. It is a lot of my son, but you are welcome to follow me there. Our Instagram is also Sunless Ray, where you can shop our products, see promotions and self-tan tips that we post on there. And we also do mobile spray tanning in the Austin, Texas area. You can follow us at Sprayed by Sunless Ray. And our flagship spray tan salon is in Orange County, California too. Make sure to like and subscribe to this YouTube channel. It means a lot to me. And you will also get alerted of every new episode that we post. You can shop our Sunless Ray products on sunlessray.com, and we also sell it on Amazon, so whichever you prefer to shop at, you are welcome to go there. You can use code FREESHIP in the US only on our website for free shipping for all Sunless Ray products on sunlessray.com. And I will see you next week.